What's going on, people? How's everybody doing out there this evening? It's my business podcast with your man JB once again. We have Mr. Beatz by JT. He'll be hanging out with us today. So once again, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out with us. We're waiting on him now. Just popped in. Let's get him on. Y'all hold on just a minute and we'll get it jumping. What's going on?
What's up, brother?
What's up?
Hey, I'm good, man. How's everybody doing?
We're doing good,
man.
Good. Look, first and foremost, man, I appreciate you guys for taking the time out. You know, I understand everybody's schedule. I know time is very, very precious. JT, I know your time is very, very important because you got beats to make. You know what I mean? You got videos to do. So I appreciate you, man, taking some time out. Jay, brother, you know I appreciate you, man. And look, man, I got a chance to catch him and see what he was doing. And bro, where you get them fingers from, man? Because them things be moving fast, bro. Huh?
Oh man, no.
Well, look. So this is what we're gonna do, man. So JT, I'm gonna ask you some questions, man. We're gonna kind of get in your business. Just want to talk to you, man, and see where your head's at, see what you're doing, and just had a conversation. Then I want you to do something live for the people, man. I want them to sit down and see what you do, see why I got you on the show. And then we'll come back, we'll talk to Pops. And just had a conversation, man, about you and what you're doing, and just kind of how to direct this whole thing, man. And so we'll do that. But right now, JT, what do you consider yourself? Do you consider yourself as a beat maker, a producer, a finger drummer, or I mean, how do you categorize what you're doing?
I'd say I categorize myself as a beat maker and a finger drummer.
Okay.
I'm growing into being a producer right now, so I'm still learning basic. Mm-hmm. Like I'm taking it one step at a time right now.
Got it. Okay. And then how did you get introduced to it? Like where did you all of a sudden you just grab this beat machine? Like where did that come from?
This guy.
So Pops put you on.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jay, is that one of your hidden talents, man, that we ain't know about for a minute? Huh?
JB, I was strictly singing and writing, man. So,
right, yeah.
Honestly, man, I thought he was gonna play drums.
Okay.
A while back, when he was 4.
Okay.
I brought him his first drum set because I used to play drums at church. Mm-hmm. And so he would be, of course, with me, watching me play, and he wanted to play. And he was so driven by it. To the point where he would cry, if you didn't let him play, or he would cry if you did let him play and then you took him off after, like, it's time to go, it's the end of church.
Man. Right, he's still trying to play.
So that was just his passion. Like, he was really passionate. I thought it was drums, but so we brought him his first set at 4, and everybody that follow him on Instagram will see it's a video we posted when he was 4 years old. I recorded, he did his first beat, and it was crazy. I'm like, so I'm sending this out to all the guys I know that's drummers. Mm-hmm. Like, yo, you might got a protege on your hands. Like, right. I need to find him lessons. So that was kind of what I was thinking. But after we bought him his second drum set, it's probably like a year or two later. It started to collect some dust on it, JB. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what's going on, man? You don't play the drums no more?
Right.
He was sneaking into his room, grabbing his mom's phone. And on her phone, he had the garage band app. And he was more interested in programming drums and sounds in garage. So I backed off of him because I never want to be the reason why he does anything. I wanted to be his own passion, his own, what's in his heart, his own heart desire. Right. I kind of played it back and see which way he go. But he would do this all the time with his mom's phone. So I downloaded an app called iMachine. Mm-hmm. He had that app on his iPad for a year and never knew it because he wouldn't get to that. He wouldn't touch the iPad. He would always go to his mom's phone. So finally one day I said, you know, you got an app. And he looked. And once he discovered that, it was that every day, all day. And I kind of just watched him again. And then eventually I started hitting him with little stuff like arrangement, intro, verse, hook, you know, how many bars you should do, outros, and letting them hear of the production, introducing them to, you know, the Jay Dillas and the High Tech and the Dre's and Swiss Beatz, the Timbs, Pharrell, you know, all the stuff, songs he knew, but didn't pay attention to who was doing production.
Right.
What you hear from him now, that's all him. Like, we might sit down and try to figure out a trick or something to do, but his arrangements and all that stuff, that's his own mind. He come in this room and he put his headphones on. You don't hear nothing. He don't believe me. I got these speakers, man. I said, man, these speakers, you speakers. Speakers cost money, JB. Bro, he don't turn them on for nothing.
Right, he wanted headphones.
He wanted headphones, and then he'd send me. I'm trying to see a beat, and I'm like, "What's wrong? This dude, man." It be the stuff you hear on Instagram, not the shit in my head.
Right, because I've heard. So you know, I checked out the videos. I've heard some. You know, matter of fact, I think you originally the first one you posted one. And I commented because I think it was like, you know, what's the sample? And so I was like, hey, that's so-and-so. And so and ever since then, you know, I hit you. I was like, look, man, the boy is tough. He's tough, man. He's tough. And so, I, you know, kind of been watching and following. And so JT, like, who were some of your influences, man? Like, who do you watch and listen to and learn from? You know, just to kind of get tips from, you know, what you're doing.
Biggest inspirations are the Timberland, Just Blaze, Jay Dilla, Pharrell, all of them.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell you a guy that I really think is dope. Stro. He used to be with a group called the Percussions, and so now he is with the Roots for the late show that they do. Yeah. So if you haven't seen him, check him out. STRO, I think is his name on Instagram or whatever. And he was probably the first cat that I saw that was an actual finger drummer. And I sat back and I watched him, and he's really I mean, he's dope, man. So now you're 14. You're 14 now. What can we expect, man, when you daggone 16, bro?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna be humble, keep my pride with me. I'm gonna just keep grinding, keep learning. But still learning. I'm student first, so I'm still gonna keep learning, going up from there.
Yeah, and so what do you ultimately, what do you want to do with what you're doing now?
I want to take it to the next level.
And the next level would be what?
Getting placements with like 2K or video games. It's on commercials.
Okay.
And then getting songwriters to write on my own songs, getting artists.
Okay. So you're trying to make some money, in other words.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good. Well, look, man, what I want to do is for my viewers who may not know anything about you, I want them to see what you do. I want them to be able to experience. I want them to see it live, man. So you go ahead and get set up. Unless you're already set up to do what you gotta do, man. I'm gonna be quiet and let you go to work, bro.
All right.
Yeah, you ready for this thing?
Yeah, gotta plug in.
Okay, yeah, man. Do what you gotta do.
I read, so let us know if you can hear it. Don't give you a little test.
Oh, okay. Got it. Technology.
Mm.
Praise your name. Praise your name. I love to lift you up. We bless your name. Sweet Jesus. Can you help me say I bless every day?
Okay. Let's look. So I had to try to hold my head still. I was trying to make sure I ain't hurt my neck, because I felt it. I felt it, Bob, and then I was like, hold on, let me be easy over here. I want to hit my head on the camera. So when you're coming up with stuff like that, first of all, how do you figure out? I'm going to say sample. How do you figure out what sample you're going to use?
Man, I get my samples from like off of YouTube and Apple Music. So on Apple Music, I do this thing called Sunday Chop Services every Sunday. So on Apple Music, it has a playlist of gospel samples. So you could just click on gospel samples and all the gospel samples show up.
Okay. And now you're 14. What would you say? So I know it's still early, but out of everything that you've done and people that you've met and maybe retweeted or whatever, what's the biggest thing that's happened to you so far?
The biggest thing that's happened so far.
What's that one thing that when it happened, you was telling everybody, you probably jumped on your dad's back? Like, what was the one thing that happened that you really start spazzing, you got excited about?
So like a couple of weeks ago, I did a Mr. Talkbox flip, and Mr. Talkbox reposted that flip. So I was happy about that. And then like 3 minutes later, Teddy Riley came and liked the video, and he reposted it on his story. Then I believe the next day, T-Pain was on the song, and T-Pain liked it and reposted it on his story. So those were big moments.
So you said Teddy, Mr. Talkbox, and T-Pain.
Yeah.
So out of those three, which one did you get more excited about?
Probably Mr. Talkbox.
Okay. All right. Okay. And so with that, and when you get responses like that, I mean, how does it make you feel?
It makes me want to keep going. Like, it makes me want to do more than I do. Like, it makes me want to create times as many beats I do today.
How many views do you think that you've had over the course of kind of when you got started?
A lot.
Yeah. And Jay, so now with everything that's happening for him and with him, as a parent, as a dad, I know you and your wife are hands-on with it. How do you direct it? How do you guide it? How do you keep him grounded? How do you keep him humble? And I mean, he seems like it. But what is it as a parent? What is it that you guys are doing?
So his mom, Keisha, my wife, Keisha Poole, she's, what's that song? I had a praying grandmother, but she got his grandmother. She's his mom. He's his mom, but that's her though. She prays constantly. She's always talking about covering him in prayer because what he has is precious. He is the most precious thing that we've been given. So for us, it's about protecting him, the person, our son, and then his gift. My and my wife's focus is just to protect his joy. So when you mentioned earlier about making money, he don't even think on that level yet at 14. I tell him that if he does it right, if we do this right, then by the time he's where we are, he'll take care of himself and his family with no problem, right?
Yes, sir, indeed. Right.
So that's what we ultimately want to see. But I think as far as keeping him humble and grounded, he got sisters that does an amazing job of that.
They let him know on the regular. Look, man, listen, no, slow down, bruh. You ain't that over here.
It's a fact. It's a fact. I mean, they be on him about whatever they feel like they need to be on him about. But then also, I think what keeps him grounded too is the fact that he's learning. And for him, it's just for the love. So when he barricades himself in his room, which he does, I'm talking about all the time, bro. When he first got on Instagram, he used to go live. And when he first started going live on Instagram, I promise you, I ain't even gonna hold you. He'd go live like hours straight. And I hitting him up, texting him, say, "You good, man? You can get off anytime. You ready to get off?" He be up there, hands going, fingers going.
Yeah.
But he would be up there so long, he'd be falling asleep, bro. And I said, "Okay, it's time to get up."
Because sometimes, like now, it's the summertime. I'll get notifications.
Yeah,
bro. Listen, man. I'm getting old, man. I'm in bed. You know what I'm saying? I'm, trying to get some rest for the next day. I get a notification. Beatz by JT is live. And I'd be like, man, but I guess for him, he's on there. The creativity is going. And he's just kind of able to vibe and do what it is that he loves to do. And I guess that's the thing, that when you have somebody, I don't care what the age is, but when somebody is finding their passion, and is working in their passion, time doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? Like the time of the day, the length of time that they're doing whatever it is that they're doing, because they love what it is that they're doing.
Yeah.
And the big thing for me, man, is the fact that you're the age that you are, and you've already tapped into your passion. Most kids, I know adults that are still trying to figure out what their passion and purpose is.
It's a fact.
And so, like your dad said, you continue doing what you're doing, you continue learning, you keep working, stay humble. At the end of the day, man, the sky will be the limit for you, man. Like, but because you've tapped into your passion, And I think, you know, not only does that say a lot about, and I've said this to you, Jay, not only does it say a lot about him, it also says a lot about the parents. Because as parents, you know, I've got kids as well. As parents, you know, we try to guide them and direct them and teach them. And sometimes we may hold their hands a little too much.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when you have a young man, a child that has already figured out, hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I love to do. At the age that he is, the sky's the limit, man. You know, the sky is the limit. And it's just, you know,
it's true.
Yeah. And so with that, with his age, you know, we've kind of seen how kids at a young age, they kind of get put out there or whatever. And we kind of see how that turns out. And I know y'all talked about prayer and your wife, his mom, on it, praying grandmama. So what else do you guys have in place, or, you know, so we had a conversation, and with children, as we all have, we've disappointed our parents.
Sure.
You know, we have done things that, shoot, I probably do stuff to this day. My mom and them still got disappointed. So with that, what are you guys doing, and what do you have in place just to kind of make sure that, and whether he chooses another path later on down the line, whatever the case may be, but what is that you guys are doing just to kind of make sure that he doesn't get caught up in this. And I know right now, you know, Cass is probably, you know, it's the internet, man. It's the World Wide Web. You know, and yes. Because just like we see talent,
right?
You know, the snakes see talent too.
They see it, man.
And so, what is it? You know, what are you guys doing, man, just to keep him, you know, on the right path? You know, just what are you guys doing? Because understand, there may be some parents on right now, or they may catch the replay that has a child like that,
right,
and they need some information too.
Yeah. So you said one of the important things is prayer. The other thing is, I think that's just as important, is presence.
Mm.
So I'm present. I'm very present. We partners.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see him, you see me. You see me.
Right.
So you know that whole thing. Mm-hmm. So, and that's honest, man. I'm being honest, because, and a good judge, a character for me, at least, is the people that jump in his DM mm-hmm. and say, take my number and give it to your parents. Mm-hmm. That tells me a lot about their character. Right. Because a ton of people jump in and say, hit me up. Mm-hmm. Let's work. Right. Send me beats. Mm-hmm. I can manage you. Mm-hmm. I have an opportunity for you. And I'm old school in the sense that you don't talk to my kids. Talk to me. Right. That's why I used to be old school. Mm-hmm. No adult had no business talking to a child. That's a child. Right. So, I mean, I'm old school in that sense, but I don't think it's just old school. I think that would be minimizing what it is. I think really what it is he's my responsibility. I'm responsible for protecting his spirit. Mm. I'm responsible for keeping him humble, reminding him of who he is, and also reminding him that who he is as a Christian young man, a believer, is that he's a light. Mm. And we don't have to wave a banner saying any of that. He just needs to go and shine. And the way he shines is just operating in his gift with spirit and love. That's what he does. There's no motive behind what he's doing. He's just passionate and loves it. If you never hit us up for an interview, if no one ever jumps in his DM, he's going to be in here beating on this machine 2, 3, 4. JT, it's time to shut it down, man. In the morning. Gotta get some rest, man. The pandemic changed the whole schedule. And
oh, bro, I can imagine.
So it's like, all right, school, we weren't so sure about the school situation. So we said, well, look, let's just pause on the school for a second. Let's homeschool. So we've been homeschooling. And it's actually worked to his benefit in the sense that he's been able to grow leaps and bounds. If you go and look at his beginning, which was in March last year, is when he started his Instagram. And to where he is now, you see the growth is clear. So, but I think, again, I always want to make sure that I put him in a position to flourish. So I try not to cut him off as much as I do encourage him to just, do what you enjoy doing. For example, if this was Fortnite, he'd be doing it the same hours. You know that.
For sure. Yeah, I got one of them at the house right now. Yes, I know.
But we on the show called Mind Your Business.
Bruh.
What I say is, man, those beats you bombing to while you hitting them controllers? Yeah, those are syncs. Those, they paid somebody to do that.
Yes, they are.
So why not handle your business before your pleasure? So we always try to preach, handle your business, put in the work, and then when all the work is done, then you go and enjoy yourself. That's the mentality that we try to push around here. My wife and I, just make sure you do what you're supposed to do first. Then when you handle all your business, you literally can kick back and relax.
Right. Yeah.
If you mind your business the right way. So I would just suggest to any parent that as a child that's on this path, that you be present. Don't be afraid of what you don't know. So afraid of what you don't know that you tell him no, or you tell your child no. Don't just flat out no. Due diligence, investigate. But the very best thing we can do as parents with kids that find their passion this early is get behind them and support them and be present. And that's my goal.
And for those of you that are just tuning in, it's the Mind Your Business podcast. I'm JB Harrison. Today, we're hanging out with Beatz by JT and Pops J. So we're having a conversation. He's a 14-year-old beat maker. He's probably, well, as you said, he's been, his videos have been reposted by Teddy Riley, T-Pain, as well as Mr. Talkbox himself. And, he's 14. And we hear about kids at 14 that are doing a whole lot of other things. But we got a kid right here that has found his passion. And he's found his passion, and he's walking it out. And when I tell you the brother walking out, he's walking it out. I need you to give me something else, man. You're here. Let's get something else going, man. I know you're ready. You probably tired of sitting. I'm tired of talking, man. Let me get my fingers right.
JT, what is wrong with you? JT, what is wrong with you? JP, what is wrong with you?
Listen, man. Yeah. Look, man. Let's talk musical background. So, is it in his? It's in his blood.
Definitely.
You know, because I don't know if your wife, if she sings or whatever.
Yes, yeah.
Your sister.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So it's something about that blood, man, and it's in there because now you got a daughter as well that she sings and plays or what?
Yeah, she sings. She's self-taught on the piano and the guitar as well. So yeah, it's something else, man. I think, like I told you, I love music. You know, I love music. Mm-hmm. So if you're around me, you know, you're gonna hear a lot of music. So they grew up with me, and my wife loves music as well. So, and I love all kind of music, all genres. You know, it all excites me, it all piques my interest, and so that's what he grew up around. So you talk about riding in the car with music, and I'm playing Sade or something, and my head going, and I look back, and they car seats in their head.
Yeah.
So, growing up around it, singing, you know, coming to, even when I did theater, coming to the shows and watching. My daughter, she has a real interest in doing musical theater, you know. So the influence is in there, you know, from my wife and I. You know, she did chorus and sung in choirs. My daughter does chorus and sung. He even did it for a while. He don't like to sing now, JB, but he was growing into something early on.
Yeah. Okay.
Shy away from it. But it's also how he's able to do things like run bass lines on his beats.
Okay.
His ear, his ear for music. So yeah, it's crazy to see it how it manifested though. You know, just
and that's one of the things. Like, you know, my wife and I will have a conversation about how, like, you will see, like we'll just say, like the Clarks, Shears, and all of them.
Yeah.
So how it flows. Even the little kids now,
it's crazy,
are monsters. They're doing runs and stuff like, and you like, and here they are 6 and 7 years old.
Yeah.
But just how music is, and so you know, I'm a big music guy as well, and people don't realize that almost every show that I do, what I've done, every podcast, I always have a record hanging up in the back. There's always a record back there. And a lot of times it's something that I'm listening to or I've been listening to or whatever. And so, you know, just the kind of music, man, is well, you know, but so yeah, so I that piece I get and I understand. So JT, let me ask you this. 14 years old, by 16, you'll probably be, I just can't imagine. So what is one, and I don't even know, I know you kind of said you want to kind of produce and some things of that nature. If you had to make a list of 3 people that you wanted to work with, What 3 people would they be?
It's a Christian hip hop artist by the name of Lecrae. Want to work with him.
Okay.
It's this artist named Latz from out of London. He's dope. I want to work with him. And then probably the baby. I want to work with him too.
The baby. Okay. It's too.
Little baby.
Oh yeah, because it's too many of them babies, man. But okay, the baby. That's the one from North Carolina, right?
Right.
Okay, and he is, man. I'll give it to him. You know, outside of Little Brother, you know, Ninth Wonder, these cats, he's probably one of the premier cats now coming out of North Carolina. He reminds me of, when I think of him, I think of Ludacris. You know, just the kind of both of them is real animated, you know, and you know, but I could see that. I would, and no, I don't have Lecrae's number directly, but I do know some people that know some people that might be able to work that out. And matter of fact, if I'm correct, he's supposed to be here in September. And if we can do what we can do, man, I will definitely do what I can do on my end to try to somehow make that connection, bro. I would, you know, listen, man, I'm amazed and I'm impressed at what you do. What you're doing, and the fact that you're as young as you are, but you're as gifted as you are, and you're passionate about it, says a lot. Because at 14, you could be doing a whole lot of other things. Believe you me, when I was 14, I was doing a whole lot of other things. Your dad, when he was 14, he was probably doing a whole lot of other things too. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that you're the age that you are, you found your passion, and you're doing it, man. And know and understand that when you may not think, people are watching. Like, people are watching, and people are watching for your good, and others are watching for your bad as well. But the good thing about it is you have parents that love you, that support you, and are praying for you. And that will, at the end of the day, shut a whole lot of stuff down, man. And two, if I see you, I'm gonna see your pops. So that's got a lot to do with it as well. You know what I'm saying? But I do, yeah, man. But at 14, to see what you're doing, it's a gift. And just make sure, man, you continue to honor that gift, understand where that gift came from, and continue doing what you're doing. Stay humble. And even if you try not to, from my understanding, your sisters will get you back the way you need to be. You know what I mean? But keep doing it, man. Don't let anything or anyone change your mind, push you another direction. Don't do it. We've seen it happen too much, too often, where we've seen kids that had gifts and talents, and they allowed, for whatever reason, environment, peer pressure, whatever, to get them from where they were headed. And so just keep at it, man. Keep doing what you're doing. And I'm just gonna say, if you got one more in you, man, I'd love to, which I'm sure you do. I'm just saying, you know.
You already know. Oh man.
And you guys can follow him. His Instagram is @beatz_JT. Make sure you guys hit him up, follow him, see what he's doing. Get them notifications. Support the young brother. What machine is that? Is that an MP or what is that?
Yeah, it's MPC Live too.
Okay, all right. It's been a minute since I've seen one of those.
Yeah, he started off on, like I said, the iPad, and what's your name? So how he started was, I'm gonna use this computer for a second.
Mm-hmm.
He started on the iPad, but it's crazy, we went to a Guitar Center one day.
Mm-hmm.
And I just letting them feel that, because when I was younger, you know, back in the day, when Guitar Center first came around, it was like, it was a thing, you know. It was like,
Yes, yeah.
We had never seen nothing like that in Virginia.
Right, yeah.
You go in and just touch stuff, you know,
play it, and oh man, yeah.
Fact. So it was for us an experience. So I wanted him to have that experience, and his sister migrated to the piano, and he migrated to the MPC. And I got a video that I captured of his first time sitting at an MPC. He was messing with a beat pack that Timberland had created. And that kind of, you know, when I see that kind of stuff from him, I try to make sure I give him, you know, support him. Like I told you, that's the goal, to try to support him in whatever way I can. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, baby.
And you guys support him, man. Instagram scrolling, as you see it scroll on the screen, at Beatz_JT. Make sure you guys get out there and support him, man.
Yeah. Appreciate that. Can y'all see? Okay. Good.
Hey man, that's Teddy Riley, huh? Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, look, man, keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing it. Keep listening to your parents. Make sure, I don't care who gets in your ear, get to talking, whatever. Keep listening to your parents, because at the end of the day, you know they've got your best interest in mind. You may not always think, you might, as you start to get a little older and start feeling yourself and think you might need to start knowing a little more. But understand, your parents have your best interest in mind. They ain't trying to steer you wrong. They are trying to make sure that you are going to be okay. Now, might be some other stuff that some other people say that sounds good. But understand, their motive is much different from your mom and dad's motive. All right, but keep at it, man. keep doing what you're doing, bro. I really do, man. You there, man. You there. You doing it. And hey, Jay, I said it to you before, man. You guys are doing a great job, and not just with him, with your family in general. Great job, and like you said, man, being present. If nobody else takes anything away from anything that was done today, as long as they understand that as a parent, you have to be present. You know, in order to in order to see the results that you want to see.
That's right. Don't shut it down.
Yeah.
Don't shut it down. Do your due diligence. Go. Be present. And then that way you can walk this journey with them. If there's anything that is unsavory or unsavory character, anything that could be detrimental, you can shut it down.
Right. Yeah. And regardless of what it looked like, regardless of, man, Dad, he said he can get me such and such and so and so. Dad, he said he knows so and so. Hey, look, man. Bruh. Listen. So yeah, man, just continue to honor your parents, man. They've got your best interest in mind. Period. But yo, I appreciate you guys. I will make sure, you know, put your Instagram out there, try to get you some more people just to follow what you're doing, man. Follow your journey. And you know, just having you on the show as a 14-year-old creative influencer, because know and understand you are influencing other people, even if they don't never say nothing to you, if you never meet them in person, you're influencing a whole lot of people by just by you doing what it is that you're passionate about. And just keep at it, man. Keep at it. I look forward to, you know, the next couple of years, man, just seeing what you're doing. So that way I can just be like, hey, man, I remember when. You know, so
that's good though. That's what we document everything. That's what the IG is for. Is document everything, the progress, the growth.
Yeah. I mean, just keep working, man. Keep working. Keep perfecting your craft. Because you, like I said, you're an amazing young man, and that's, you know, like I said, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to get you up here, is so that other people can see that, one, what you're doing, two, that every young man that has a different tint of skin at your age is not out here doing stuff that they're supposed to do. You know, some people are using the internet, you know, as a good thing. And so keep doing it, man. You guys keep doing it. That's all I can say, man. And Jay, to you and your wife, I appreciate what you guys are doing. And just, you know, you guys keep doing it, man. Keep on. Because it's turning out very, very good, man. And I appreciate you guys. I really do. So is there anything, you know, I used to do radio, and back in radio, shout outs were real big.
Yes.
If you got anything you need to holler, you got to shout some people out or whatever, please feel free to do so.
Well, Wednesday, what you got going on Wednesday night?
It's an artist showcase down here in Virginia Beach at the beach.
The beach house?
The beach house.
Yeah.
And
the ocean front. That's
quality control music and quality control DJs, QC DJs.
Yeah. Okay.
You'll be closing out that show.
Wait. Are you old enough to get in?
Hey, that's why he's closing out the show.
Man. Now, did you guys just do something in Richmond as well?
Yeah, we did. It was a cypher in Richmond yesterday.
RBA rap.
How did that go? How was that?
That's amazing, man. It's actually a conglomerate of MCs. And they building something beautiful up there where they come together. You actually got people from 757 that come. And the guy that won is from 757. Yeah. So it's actually, you know, they incorporated yesterday for the first time a beat showcase where producers came on and showcased
Nice.
the beats.
Okay.
Some of his big brothers on there, who were they?
Vintage got the name brand music, Soultronic, Solar Music.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Frankie Mac.
Frankie Mac.
So, yeah. It's a big deal. So
Yeah.
that was his introduction to Richmond area.
Nice. And I'm sure you put your stamp on it, man. And I already know how that went. I already know, man. You ain't got to say nothing about that at all.
Yeah.
Well, look, man, I'm going to make sure I'm going to tag you, or I'll send you the address for the guy I was talking about named Stro, so you get a chance to check him out. He's real dope. And like I said, man, I'll see what I can do, man. Say it one more time.
Shout out. Gotta shout out his OG Trizzy Track. He was the first finger drummer. I reached out to Trizzy when JT was 12 and just started messing around on his Akai makes an MPK 249.
Whoa. Okay.
Just started messing around, and that was his first controller, MIDI controller. And I reached out to Trizzy just to ask him, to keep his eye on him, because I had been personally following Trizzy. Because it's a lot of finger drummers, but he brings a soul to it that not many of them bring.
Yeah,
and
okay.
He had a huge viral moment with Meek Mill. Like after I connected with him, and it just disconnect from me. When JT came up, he started following him, and when JT reached the level that was undeniable that this kid got talent, Trizzy reposted, and he was the first one that co-signed JT, and he do it every time he get a chance to co-sign. So we had to shout out.
Nice,
He's out
indeed,
there,
man. Okay. All right, cool. That's what it is, man. Hey, once again, I appreciate you guys for hanging out, taking time out your schedule. Oh yeah, man. Any time. You want to come through any other time, let me know. I might even have to holler at your pops about doing something for me.
Yeah, whatever. You know what it is.
Yeah. But we'll talk, man. But yeah, man, keep working, brother. Okay, keep working and keep inspiring other young people. Because understand, you may not ever think that you are, but know that you are. People are watching you. You're setting trends, man. You setting trends, and you may not even know it.
Wow.
All right. Indeed, man. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, man.
Hey, man. No worries, man. No worries at all. Once again, you guys, it's the Mind Your Business podcast. I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Listen up. Coming up on our next show, we've got Miss Allison Moore. She's going to hang out with us. We're going to have a really good conversation. But this will be after the holidays. So we got the 4th. We're going to chill out, take a little break, but then we'll be back. We have Miss Allison Moore. She's got the Black Please coffee, and she's a comedian, and she's doing a thing. So we've got that coming up. We'll also post it up. You'll be able to catch the replay of the show. It will be on our YouTube page. And now, eventually, we're going to be going over to YouTube. So all of the shows will be streamed on YouTube. And we'll kind of work on that as we go. But just knowing that eventually they won't be on Facebook anymore, but you go to the YouTube page and all of the shows will be there, the live ones and the replays. So make sure you do that. Also, as you see, the Cash App is scrolling. Feel free if you want to donate. We would love for you guys to, everybody want to know how they can be a part. You can be a part through Cash App. Mind Your Biz. Get at us on Instagram. Mind Your Biz as well. And then if you know of some creatives, some influencers, some entrepreneurs, some business owners, send them our way. We would love to have the conversations with them. Love to get them on the show and just kind of talk to them about the journey. That's what it's all about. Mind Your Business is about the journey of entrepreneurs, creators, influencers, and business owners. It's the conversation. We want to have the conversation with them. So for future business owners, future entrepreneurs, they can hear the stories, learn from them, figure out what it is that they need to do or they don't, or they shouldn't do to be successful. So that's what it is. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys real soon. Once again, I'm JB Harrison, and it's the Mind Your Business podcast, powered by Hanging with the Harrisons and the Harrison brand. And I will see you guys real soon.